In this video, I'll talk about how I set up collision sounds for the physics puzzle game Kinetic Conundrum. The goal of the game is to wrangle target balls into pockets using collisions with cue ball. Therefore, I wanted to have a sound effect whenever a ball collides with something like a floor, wall, or another ball. Let's dive into target ball scene to see how it was done. The scene has a child node collision sound that's an audio stream player 2D responsible for playing the collision sound. As a sound effect, I picked a tennis ball hit sound. I found the MP3 from pixabay.com, which is a good source of free sound effects. When to play the sound effect? The first idea I had was to trigger it off a collision signal. The problem is that the ball spends a lot of its time in contact with floors, so the sound would be playing all the time. We could try to trigger the sound effect of all collisions except floor tile collisions. However, sometimes the sound effect should be played when colliding with floor. For example, if the ball is dropped on a floor and bounces off. The solution I used is much simpler. Let's think about the physics of the situation. What else would tell us a collision happened? Turns out a sudden change in velocity is a very good indicator. It covers situations like two balls colliding into each other or a ball bouncing off a floor or a wall and reversing direction. In fact, we don't even need to worry about what the ball is colliding with. We can cut out the dependency on any signals related to other scenes and just use the internal physics processing logic. To do this, let's have a variable, a previous velocity. We use it to store the velocity from previous physics processing steps. Then let's compute the magnitude of the acceleration. If the acceleration is greater than a threshold value, let's play the sound. The threshold is a bit of a fine-tuned magic number. Basically, you want to filter out any non-collision related velocity changes like acceleration by gravity or by pushing action. It's also easy to make the sound louder if the collision is harder. The volume dB property of the audio player specifies how much to increase or decrease the volume from its base value. On this line, the volume gets boosted. It gets boosted by a max of 18 decibels for an acceleration with magnitude of 600 pixels per second squared or higher. Again, these are a bit of fine-tuned magic numbers to make the effect work reasonably well. Let's see how this works in practice. If we tap target ball gently, it should make a quiet sound. If we drop the target ball down some distance, it should make a bit louder sound. And if we slam into the target ball with cue ball, it should make even louder sound. Hope you enjoyed this video. To try out the game, click the link in the video description to go to our rastala-games.io.